Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Damon Campbell with Music'sMyLife.com here at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor, Michigan with a very special guest.
What's up, man?
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I really don't need an introduction.
Put the World Star chain on you?
I really don't need an introduction. If I have to give an introduction, that's a bad sign off top.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. Appreciate your time. We'll be sure to keep it between 90 and 180 degrees for you, which of course is a
obtuse angle. Let me see my glasses.
And why is it so important to
make sure the lens ain't foggy? They good?
Why is it so important to post up at an obtuse?
Think about it when you're riding in a car. If you're sitting all like this, man, you can't be comfortable. You gotta recline. Let that shit recline at an obtuse. You gotta get comfortable. When I say, man, you better post up at an obtuse angle.
I hear you.
That means shit. Post up, get comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm about to do a little something to you.
I hear you. So, obviously, you know, I feel like the timing is so...
Uncle Apple Juice, folks. Uncle Apple Juice.
I feel like the timing is so perfect that I can't not ask you about this. Obviously, the talk of the town today was the Drake and Riff Raff collaboration. Do you care to elaborate on that at all?
I mean, I'd rather... You know what? I talk so much in the media, and I tell people so much of shit's gonna happen, and every time I say something, somebody got something smart to say, like, oh, this ain't gonna happen, this ain't gonna happen. So on this time around, I'm not even gonna say no. I'm gonna let it happen rather than tell somebody. I'm gonna let Drake tell it.
Just gonna let it speak
that's why I didn't post the picture first. I let him post it. I let him post that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll say a little something. On this from now on, man. Well, I don't know. I can't keep my mouth closed that long. But for this one, let's see what happens.
Okay.
So people can shut the fuck up.
Well, I know I'm looking forward to it. I'd also like to congratulate you on the deal with Diplo, which I believe is for 8 albums, right?
Yeah, it's 8 albums, but it's. I mean, like everything, it's okay. Let's just say Alex Rodriguez or something, right? You sign a 10-year deal for $50 million. You know what I mean? If you do some shit like that, and then let's say after 4 years he gets in, you know what I mean, gets into it with somebody or somebody wants to trade. Like there's certain stipulations, and you know what I mean. I'm not stuck there for 8 albums, but it's it's that option. You know what I mean? If I want to do 8 albums, 8 years straight, I can do that. It's an option. But it's my choice. You know?
It's my understanding that you're a believer in love at first sight, and so...
Well, that's with anything, yeah.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day tomorrow, what would your, I guess, ideal date consist of?
I don't have any date or any plans. Like I said, I live day for day. The people who are, you know, in charge of bookings and scheduling and shit like that, I really don't even talk to them that much. They tell me, like, hey, be here at this time, do this at this time. I deal with that one when I have to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So planning out a whole day and all that shit, man, I don't deal with that. If something happened, you got to deal with basic. Like, I just live by basic instinct.
Yeah.
If I feel like doing something, I do it. And that should be everybody's situation.
I hear you. Well,
you can't like marriage. How are you gonna plan on being with somebody for 60, 70 years?
Yeah.
How you know that 2 years later, then you aren't gonna be so sick of them you want to like get into some type of fucking physical fight and then somebody end up in jail, and most likely it's gonna be the dude.
Yeah.
You don't know. So like marriage and all this shit, man. Like planning for the tomorrow, like just fucking. I live for today.
I hear you. Well, the movies are a common place for I guess other people to go out on dates.
Yeah.
And we know that James Franco is said to have based his look and whatnot in the upcoming film Spring Breakers on you.
Well, a lot of people that situation. Go ahead, and then I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
Oh no, but by all means, carry on.
With a situation like this situation, I mean. Why do it goes back to the shit where people start saying, oh, he's lying, he's this, that. What the fuck do you mean I'm lying?
Right.
All you gotta do is look at the fucking picture.
Yeah.
People asking me, is this movie about you? It doesn't fucking matter if the movie's about me. Look at him and look at me.
Exactly.
It's not a documentary on my fucking life. Look at his character. Yep. Look how he's acting. James Franco, the actor. It's not even an argument. Me and the director are like the people in the movie don't even know that me like they're oblivious because they're living their own life. They're oblivious to the fact that me and Harmony Korine, the writer of the fucking movie, we're on the cover of a magazine together and we talk and we go out to eat and we're fucking friends.
Shoot hoops.
Like, yeah, we play basketball together and shit. Me and the director, it's like if fucking Robin Williams and fucking Steven Spielberg were best friends and on the front of the magazine, then people are saying, oh, well, this movie, you weren't in Jumanji or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, me and, like, what are you talking about? Do some research before you fucking open your fat ass lips.
The proof is in the pudding, I suppose.
I mean, the fucking, look, I mean, it's like if I said this. Oh, that's not green. No, that's not green. It's not green. No, nope, it's not green. If I say that's not green, does it make it actually not green? As much as I say, oh no, you're purple, it's still gonna be green. So as much as you look at the James Franco picture and ask me fucking questions that don't mean shit, that's the end of that.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm not one of those people.
I know, I'm just saying.
I'm
just talking for the general public or anybody who has anything to say about something.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of it.
That's why I don't even respond to that shit anymore. Like, I'm responding to you about this, but I'm not like.
I appreciate it.
It's not even worth talking about no more. The movie's gonna come out and motherfuckers gonna look at the shit and be like, okay, I've seen Riff Raff videos where he did this exact shit. He said this exact damn shit. So, whatever. I don't care.
Well, what I was getting at is because, obviously he, was inspired by your look. And
of course he was.
With his name being James Franco, I was wondering if coincidentally you still like to shop at F as in Frank.
I do like to shop at F as in Frank. And I don't have any problem with James Franco either. I'm not mad at him.
Oh, no, yeah. Absolutely.
James Franco.
Well, as you kind of indicated, you have a look all of your own, undeniable.
Patrick Swayze. 09. No, that's not the Patrick Swayze. Or is it? No.
Your look, it's not all based on fashion, though. Obviously, your hair is a pretty important factor.
Oh man, hair. Yeah, I mean, I'm the only person in the actual music world. I think. I mean, that's probably somebody, but I'm the most noticeable person with braids.
Yeah, totally.
In the whole league.
Yeah.
Whole world.
Yeah. I imagine
that shit is like my style,
I imagine they require a bit of upkeep. Do you still like to use
what I do is
Sassoon?
Well, I mean, if I want to. I mean, I sometimes take my hair down. Sometimes I have it like flat iron, curled, like you've seen the Ace of Space video. Like I'm versatile. You know what I mean? I can switch it up. Yeah. That's part of what makes me is that I can switch styles at will.
I hear you. Well, here you are in the rap game, and I know that you like to refer to yourself as the rap game such and such, and your fans have sort of picked up on that as well. And another nickname of yours being the freestyle scientist, which reminds me, have you had a chance to thank the Alchemist yet at all?
Alchemist?
Yeah.
We're friends. We have like 3 songs that haven't came out yet.
Well, because
I go to his house, and we have foods and beverages.
Okay. Well, because
make songs and tunes of that nature.
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked is because from what I hear,
chemist?
No. Well, that's what kind of tied it together. But
doctor.
Okay. Well,
right. We go freestyle psychiatrist. We can go back and forth all day.
Dr. Riff Raff. Well, from what I hear, he's actually the one who introduced your music to not only Action Bronson but Dirt Nasty as well.
Yeah, Alchemist, man. I mean, it's like this. It's like there's certain. Okay. There's so many different levels or categories of people, right? But then there's certain people who are looking for the next big thing, or in their mind they want to be bigger and better than everybody. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then there's people who are like, oh, well, let me, he's doing this. Let me be like them too. I want to fit in. Right. Those people never last long. They never turn into superstars, megastars. Yeah. But what I've noticed through the last few years when I've been doing music is that the really superstars who have no limits, no roof on their potential, those are the ones who I gravitation pull to, or when I see them in public, like we'll both look at each other and we just start smiling and we're just like, we already know, and then we start talking like that. Everybody who I met, whether it was Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, A$AP Rocky, Drake, it was all like You know what I'm saying? Like instantly, like we click.
Yeah.
We're like same page.
Yeah, totally.
Same page. You and your like you doing whatever the fuck you feel like doing, and you give a fuck what the next person think. And matter of fact, if somebody else say that you shouldn't do something, then you're gonna push harder towards that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. That's the type of people I gravitate and pull towards. Like when I was a kid, respect. When I was a kid, like it's always been like super popular people or superstars who I connect with, or like kids.
Yeah,
kids. When I'm in the room, it's like they start smiling, laughing, and happy, and I you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're innocent kids. It's like we're on the same page.
Totally.
Same fucking page. So that's what I've just learned. You know what I mean? It's like I've learned that the superstars and like little kids, like it's like as long as you have those markets, like who the fuck middle class people who are hating on you.
Yeah.
Now the people who feel me, who feel my struggle, everything I've been through, then those people we see same eye to eye.
Yeah.
Now when I say middle class, I'm not talking money wise. I'm talking about just the general people who want to be fitted into society and be accepted and shit like that, which is cool. But when you start trying to like stop somebody else from doing something based on the fact that you're trying to fit into society, now you're wrong because you're going out of your way to stop somebody from doing something.
Definitely. And you click well with Dirt Nasty, who I mentioned, and also
we're friends. Andy, that's why we did an album in like 2 weeks.
The Three Local album. Yeah, for those who don't know, you guys are in a rap group together.
Yeah, like we click because we're all more than music. We do music for fun.
Right.
We didn't sit in the music studio like, oh man, what should we write for this? We got in there, boom, whoop, whoop, whoop. I threw the chorus on it. We picked the best beats. You know, we don't see eye to eye on everything. We're not the exact same. We see differently on a lot of things, but what we do see eye to eye in is the fun factor. We just want to have fun and just do whatever. So that's my little side. It's like if you have a real job and then you have your weekend job. Like Three Loco's my weekend job.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of Three Loco, do you still prefer the blue raspberry flavor of Four Loco, or what's your flavor?
I used to like it before they discontinued and they switched it.
I gotcha.
But I haven't really been drinking Four Loco that much. Yeah.
A lot of people call that stuff poison. Do you?
I don't care what people say. I mean, it is.
Yeah. But speaking of that, do you still have
alcohol's poison, cocaine? I mean, I can't say about weed because I never heard anything really bad about weed, so I can't say weed. But like drugs are bad. Alcohol is actually bad. So
yeah. Well, what I was getting at was, do you still have your pet snake, Shelly Kapowski?
I do, but she's when I travel so much, so a lot of times she's posted up at obtuse.
At an obtuse. Well, I'm surprised you can have a snake around without being grossed out. Not for the obvious reasons, but because wasn't there actually a time way back when you saw like some middle-aged man riding a bike and he had like a snake tattoo on his upper thigh?
Well, that's just something I just don't approve of, and
I heard that like kind of didn't that kind of like gross you out?
I wouldn't know. I mean I wouldn't say that grossed me out. I mean, I couldn't care less what a man has tattooed on his fucking thigh.
Well, I just thought, maybe seeing that kind of grossed you out.
I don't know. Okay. I wouldn't care. I don't know.
Okay.
If I said that, it must have been a long time ago. I'm on a different page now.
I gotcha.
It doesn't matter.
On to the next chapter. Well, I know that back in the day you grew up playing basketball and whatnot, yes. And you've often said, perhaps jokingly, but then again maybe not, that you could have played for the Dallas Mavericks had they not found weed in your jacket. With hindsight being 2020, where do you think would be the best place to hide something?
Well, if I told you, then I'd be giving away what would be a good secret. So I can't say that. What I would say is that who knows? If I get into peak physical performance, condition, I mean, I still play for them.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, speaking of hiding things, some people, if they're really in a pinch, choose to hide their drugs, I guess, in their bottom end, if you will. And on a somewhat I'm getting somewhere with it. On a somewhat related note, I know you're from what I understand, you're not the biggest smoker, but when you do smoke weed, do you still like to stuff it into like the bottom end of an empty Black and Mild?
That's
for maybe convenience.
I mean, if you don't want to pre-roll something, you can do that. But shit, the outside of a Black and Mild is like really not the best thing to smoke.
Okay.
If you're trying to keep your lungs for like a couple years, that's like the harshest shit to smoke because it has like It's worse than tobacco, basically.
Right.
It's like smoking plastic. But yeah, no, I don't do that. I'd rather smoke out of probably a pipe or like papers or some shit. I mean, I smoke blunts like because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if somebody pass me a blunt, I'm not gonna say no.
Exactly.
Like, no, I don't want that. I put it in paper. No, I'll smoke it, but I'm just like, damn, I shouldn't be doing this. But shit, it's just like, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
When I eat sweet and sour fried pork, I'm like, I shouldn't do this, but I still do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So whatever. You know what? I'm about to fall the fuck asleep.
Can I get
I'm done.
last question?
I can't do it no more, man.
There's something
All
that I
right,
ask
come
at the
on.
end of all my interviews. You've certainly come a long way since freestyling in the back of the bus in 5th grade. At this point in your career, do you in any way consider music your life?